Barcelona is back at the top of La Liga. After months of trouble, ups and downs and doubts around Hansi Flick's team, the Catalan giants have beaten all odds and taken back their spot at the top of Spanish football. Just a month ago, this seemed hopeless. Barcelona was 7 points behind Real Madrid and third in the table, with their La Liga hopes hanging by a thread. But something shifted, something that brought back their fighting spirit and turned their season around. This is the story of how Barcelona roared back to the top of La Liga, beating problems, game issues and strong fights from their rivals. Barcelona started the season in brilliant form. Under Hansi Flick, they were amazing, winning 11 out of their first 12 league games. They even pulled off a special week in October, beating Real Madrid 4-0 at the Santiago Bernabeu and Bayern Munich 4-1 in the Champions League. The team was flying high, and it looked like they were going to walk away with the league title. But then trouble came. November and December turned into a nightmare. A 1-0 loss to Real Sociedad on November the 10th marked the start of a terrible run. Barcelona managed just 6 points from their next 8 league games, matching their worst ever run in La Liga history. Losses to Las Palmas and Leganés, along with annoying draws against teams like Getafe and Celta Vigo, saw them fall from first to third in the table. By January, they were 7 points behind Real Madrid, and their title hopes seemed all but gone. The media and fans were quick to react. Questions were asked about Flick's ideas, the team's mindset, and whether they had the depth to fight on different fronts. The Christmas break couldn't come fast enough for a team that looked completely lost. Everything changed in 2025. Barcelona came back from the winter break with a new sense of purpose. The key moment came in the Copa del Rey, where they pulled off an amazing comeback against Benfica. Losing 4-2 with just 10 minutes left, Barcelona scored 3 late goals to win 5-4. That win gave belief to the squad and marked the start of their return. In La Liga, Barcelona started to get their form back. A 7-1 smashing of Valencia at the Camp Nou was a clear message, followed by a tough 1-0 win against Alaves. Then came a brilliant 4-1 win over Sevilla, even after playing most of the second half with 10 men after Ronald Araujo was sent off. These wins not only gave the team confidence but also put them back in the title fight. Meanwhile, their rivals started to struggle. Atletico Madrid dropped points against Villarreal and Celta Vigo, while Real Madrid suffered a shock 1-0 loss to Espanyol and a painful draw against Osasuna. The Madrid derby ended in a 1-1 draw, which was the best result for Barcelona. Suddenly, the title fight was wide open, and Barcelona had a huge chance to take back the top spot. Flick's Barcelona made history with a comeback like no other. No team had ever turned a 7-point gap in just 3 games to take the La Liga lead since the 3 points per win format was started in 1995-96. After game 21, Barcelona trailed Real Madrid by 7 points. But their wins over Alaves, Sevilla and Rayo Vallecano, along with Madrid's struggles, just 2 points from 9 after losses to Espanyol, and draws against Atletico and Osasuna, changed everything. Hansi Flick deserves huge credit for turning things around. One of the key changes he made was dropping his strict switch-up plans. Earlier in the season, Flick was called out for making pre-planned swaps, often called Excel changes, no matter how the game was going. In 2025, he became more open, making brave game changes at half-time to fix problems on the pitch. For example, in the game against Sevilla, Flick took out Gavi for Fermin Lopez at half-time, and Lopez scored within minutes of coming on. This boldness to adjust and make key changes has been huge to Barcelona's rise. Another reason was the return of hurt players. With a fully fit squad, Barcelona got back their attacking force and backline strength. Players like Pedri, Frenkie de Jong and Robert Lewandowski, who had been dealing with knocks earlier in the season, got back to their best form. Flick also took a firm stand on discipline, benching Jules Koundé after he showed up late to a team meeting. This sent a clear message that no player is greater than the team. While Barcelona was rising, their rivals were facing their own problems. Real Madrid's season took a bad turn after a red card for Jude Bellingham against Osasuna. The moment sparked a heated talk in Spain, with fans and experts arguing over Bellingham's comments to the referee. Real Madrid also fired up their ongoing war with refs, blaming the league for bias and calling for changes. This off-the-field drama seemed to hurt them on the pitch, even threatened to leave La Liga for another league like Serie A or Premier League. Atletico Madrid, on the other hand, struggled to stay strong. Diego Simeone's team dropped points in big games, including a 1-1 draw against Villarreal and a poor result against Celta Vigo. These weak games allowed Barcelona to close the gap and finally pass both Madrid clubs. Barcelona's 1-0 win over Rayo Vallecano was not their best game of the season, but it was a key result. Robert Lewandowski's penalty in the second half made the difference, as Barcelona held on for a close win. The game was not without debate, as Rayo had a late goal ruled out for offside, and there were talks over whether Barcelona should have gotten their penalty. But in the end, the 3 points were all that mattered, as they went back to the top of La Liga. Barcelona now leads the table with 51 points, tied with Real Madrid, but ahead on goal difference. Atletico Madrid is just 1 point behind, making this one of the closest title races in years. Benitez's Valencia in 2001-02 held the past record for the fastest comeback in La Liga history, making up a 6-point gap in 3 games before winning the title. Barcelona has now set a new level, but history has shown that comebacks don't always lead to trophies. Ronald Koeman's Barcelona in 2020-21 and Deportivo La Coruña in 2002-03 made similar turnarounds, but still lost out in the title fight. Barcelona may be back on top, but the title race is far from done. They still have 2 huge games left, an away trip to Atletico Madrid and the second El Clasico of the season against Real Madrid. These games could decide the fate of the title. Winning both would put Barcelona in the perfect spot, but losing could give the edge back to their rivals. Aside from La Liga, Barcelona also have the Copa del Rey semi-final against Atletico Madrid and the Champions League knockout rounds to handle. Managing the squad and avoiding tiredness will be key for Flick in the next few weeks. Barcelona's season has been a wild ride. From their strong start to their mid-season fall and their amazing return, they have shown the heart and mindset of champions. Hansi Flick has proved his coaching skills and the players have stepped up when it counted most. Football is full of surprises, and nothing is ever really done until the last whistle. Barcelona fans have every reason to believe that their team can go all the way and lift the La Liga trophy once again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more videos. Stay tuned for more news as the season heads toward its thrilling finish.